everyone. Welcome to this orientation. In this orientation, I'm going to cover very simple things. I'm going to cover the rule, which is just one slide, but it's the most important slide in this course, all right? Or in my chemistry courses. I offer several courses. So this is the most important thing that I want you to remember during the whole course, all right? And then the second thing is the course plan, which is a five-step process. All right, so what is that rule and what is that one slide? Here you go. So that one slide says, if you do exactly what I tell you, you will get a grade 9 in chemistry. So guaranteed, if you do exactly what I'm going to cover about the course plan, you're going to get a grade 9 easily. So just follow my plan, my 5-step process, and you will easily be able to get the A star in chemistry. So now we're going to talk about that course plan that if you follow, you're going to easily get the grade 9. So what is that course plan? It's a 5-step process. The first thing you're going to do is something you're going to do only one time a year. So at the beginning of the year, you're going to set up your digital files and folders or print the material. So this is something you only do once. And then the other 4 steps, you just keep doing again and again and again until the end of the year. So with each class, with each lesson, you're going to watch certain videos. You're going to watch a pre-recorded video, okay? Something that are recorded that what you must watch before coming to my class. That's the second step, okay? So after setting up your digital folders and files and all, okay, or printing everything, you're going to start with lesson number 1 and then lesson number 2 and then lesson 3 and so on. And the 4 things you do with each lesson is number 2, you watch the pre-recorded video. Number 3, step 3, you're going to join my live session. All right. Step number 4, you're going to complete the homework. Step number 5, you're going to just make sure you are on track. You track your performance. You make sure you have submitted everything before the due date. All right. And then that's for lesson 1. Lesson 2, you go back to downloading stuff to your device or printing it, watch pre-recorded videos, join live session, complete homework, and track performance. So you do these 5 things. All right. So the printing of the setup could be done all at the beginning of the year, or you can do it lesson by lesson. But you do those 5 things over and over and over again with all the lessons, you easily get the A star. All right. It's a proven strategy. I've been using it for years. And trust me, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. All right. Okay. So let's first start by this digital setup. So your path to success starts with the preparation. If you prepare your files and folders and your desk, where the place where you study, and you make sure that your surrounding is clean, organized, and everything is decluttered, then you are setting yourself up for success. So what is it that you're going to do? You're going to choose either digital work or all hard copy or a mix of both. I kind of like a mix of both, but it is really, guys, up to you. Now, I have to tell you that a lot of students are digital. A lot of students are old-fashioned. They like printing. And I just want to tell you that it really doesn't matter, okay? Whatever you do, just do it correctly. Do it diligently. There is some work with either. So just make sure you do it really right. Now, some of my brightest, best students are all digital, and some of my other brightest students are all, they print everything hard copy. So it really doesn't matter. Your work is what matters. So if you want to print, great. You can just print everything hard copy. You're gonna solve everything with a pen or pencil. And then after you're done, you're going to scan your work and then upload it to the website and submit. Now, I have to warn you a little. I think it's better to have the printer at home, because if you keep going to the bookshop and printing the material, it is a lot. I mean, you can do it all at the beginning of the year. I do provide a lot of work at the beginning of the year, but still, what if, I still give you quizzes and mock exams during the year, and so you still have to go and make trips to the bookshop, which is a lot of time, right? So, and you're a student and your time is very, very limited. So I really, really suggest that you try to have a printer at home and have enough ink for all your subjects, for all your studying years. And also keep in mind that you're going to be scanning page by page, which does also take time. And that's why I said I kind of like a mix of digital and a little bit of printing. But I personally, I'll just tell you guys, I personally do not print a single paper. I have 2 printers at home and I haven't used them in, I don't know, maybe 5 years. I haven't used my printer in a very, very long time. And I do all my work digitally on my iPad. Years ago, I bought an iPad. It was a big investment and I paid good money. And then I purchased software, an app, and the application is called GoodNotes. That's my preference. That's the one I actually tried Apple Notes for some time, and it's free. But then I decided to actually invest, and it was totally worth it. And it's worth every penny, I'll tell you. Now, there are several ways to get an app and put it on your device. And this way, you can put a lot of PDFs, and I'll show you exactly what I do. One of them is called GoodNotes. That's the one I personally use. The other one I've had students use is called Notability. And I heard about it from other students, but I haven't personally used it. So I really do not know how it works and what are the amazing things about it, right? So GoodNotes does have training ways like on YouTube, and it tells you how to use the application and all right, but I have a few suggestions. Now, if you want to start with free stuff, you can use Apple Notes, which, guys, I've used it for some time until I decided to invest. There's also Microsoft OneNote, which I haven't tried. I tried Apple Notes and it was fine, but right now I use GoodNotes and it is amazing. And so you probably want to make a choice. I really suggest thinking about the digital work. And I know that one thing people tell me, especially parents usually tell me, but I want my child to get used to holding the pen and the paper and actually solving on paper. You are right, and that's why I say you can solve some past papers towards the end of the school year before your exam. You can solve some past papers on a real paper, right? So that you have this sense of touching a paper and writing on it. However, using an iPad with a pen and writing on it and is also it has this handwriting experience, because I'm actually going to ask you to do your homework with your handwriting. You're going to handwrite on the iPad. You're not going to type anything. I don't want you to type. I want you to write, because that's what you do in the exam. You're going to actually write with your hand, right? So that's what I want you to do. And the iPad allows for that. And so I'm not really worried about that experience that people talk about. Do not worry about it. A few past papers at the end, just spending maybe a month writing with your hand at the end of the year is enough, and it will suffice for making you feel like, yes, I know, like, I know how to write with my pencil and pen before the exam. So maybe just a month before the exam, you practice printing some past papers, just a few past papers, and actually writing with your hands. So that's why I kind of suggest a mix, mostly digital, because you do want to save all the scanning. It's a lot of time, a lot of work. I think my chemistry material is like, it could be up to 5,000 pages, which, I mean, we're talking about like 2,500 pages back, like front and back, right? That's a lot of printing, and it's a lot of scanning too. You're gonna scan, I mean, can you imagine scanning 5,000 pages in a year? Just 1 year scanning 5,000. It's a lot. It's a lot of scanning. It's a lot of printing. It's a lot of ink. So it's a lot of cost, expense, money, and time. And so that's why I really suggest the digital, and then at the end of the year, you can print a few past papers and get that experience of doing it on a paper, okay? Now, keep in mind that, the time I'm recording this, we still have the exams on paper, but I think that this is going to change in the future. So maybe by the time you're watching this video, your exam is actually going to be digital. Who knows? All right. Okay. So this is kind of how GoodNotes looks from the outside. It has these things on the left. I have personally a few things, just a few things, like 5, files in the favorites. There's also a search feature, so you can search for anything on your GoodNotes, which is an amazing thing. You cannot do this on pen and paper, right? And that's why, like, if you print my material, which is huge, you cannot search for it's hard to search on paper, right? You can share the full. I do not use this feature. So basically, you're going to be spending a lot of time here on documents. So once you go to documents, you're going to find all your documents. Now, these are not mine. I just created them to show you as a demonstration to you. So just to illustrate how you can use the app. So what I suggest is create a folder for each subject. So say, for example, you take biology, chemistry, physics, math, and English. So, and 3-4 other subjects. So you're gonna do a folder for each of the subjects. All right. Now the nice thing about GoodNotes is that you can color code your subjects. So for example, your favorites can be in your favorite color, or A levels could be in a different color. You can do whatever you want, right? And then inside each subject, so for example, inside chemistry, you're gonna do 5 folders, all right? So 1 folder for notes, 1 for past papers, 1 for the mock exams that I give you, and I will give you a lot of mock exams, 1 for quizzes, and also I give you a lot of quizzes for the written quizzes. Now on the website, I have some multiple choice quizzes, which means you do not have to download anything, or, like there's no documents that you bring to GoodNotes, but some are. And then 1 for assignments. All right. So you're going to have all these folders, and maybe that's going to be the same way you do for other subjects. So inside each subject, you see what folders you need inside. And then I'm just going to give you an example. This is my actual, this one is not my actual folder. This is something I created to demonstrate for you. All right. I have it a little different, but I personally have all the notes. So I have notes for the different courses that I teach, for notes for AQA, notes for Edexcel, notes for Cambridge, and so on. And so I have a folder specifically for the notes and summaries of all my courses, just in one folder. All right. In that notes folder, I want you to put all the notes, all the summaries, anything that I provide you. Please put the periodic table for sure. That is very important. Now, the periodic table, that one, I want you to print like 10 copies, okay? A couple are gonna be like on the wall, a couple are gonna be on your desk, a couple are gonna be like in other areas in your house that you may actually like visit or use to study. So I really, really suggest hard copies, many hard copies for the periodic table, but minimum 3. Like you cannot do my chemistry course without several copies of the periodic table, okay? Several. I really suggest 10. That's 1 page, guys. That's not gonna cost much. It's not much paper, it's not much ink, and it's easy. All right. The table of content. So something like the table of content, definitely have it here in your GoodNotes. Definitely print it. My table of content is like 2-3 pages, so that's worth printing. Another thing to put here in this folder under notes is the session plan and the schedule. So that's going to also be in your GoodNotes or any other app that you decide to purchase or actually use for free or for a subscription. It really depends on your choice. Please have it here. The session plan and the schedule is also something that I want you to print as a hard copy. Okay, so if I provide you with summaries, please print it. Periodic table of content, session plan and schedule, definitely print hard copies. These are not much to print. Periodic table is just 1 page. Table of content is maximum 3 pages. Session plan is maximum 3 pages. So we're talking 3, 6, 7 pages. That's it. Like that's not much. Like print this several copies and make sure there's one right there at your desk. There's one hung on the wall. All right. Very, very important. All right. These are small documents, very small documents that are totally worth printing. All right. Another thing that I personally put are the class notes. So whatever I write during the class, I provide it to you as a PDF. go ahead and put it in your GoodNotes. All right, so put it in your, either in a separate folder or with the notes. I think separate folder makes more sense. Okay, so personally, because I teach each year, like I teach in 25 and 2026 and 2027 and so on, I have one folder for each year. So in 2025, I had all these folders uploaded here just in case a student needs it or anything. I have what I have my notes that I taught during the year. Okay, so that is another suggestion that you can you have to not you can you have to put all your, or save all the notes digitally. All right. Okay, so in regards to assignments, so when you create a folder for the assignments are divided into two things. I want you to create two folders inside assignments, one that is called worksheets and one that is called classified. Now, my homework is usually divided into two, the worksheets and the classified. The worksheets are just like things that I created on my own, like by myself with my hand. And so just put these here. This is an example of how I use the GoodNotes to solve a worksheet. You see like how this is exactly my handwriting, and I'm not typing anything on a keyboard. It's all with my hand, and it's so like, it's giving me that experience of holding a pen, and it's not really a paper, but I'm holding a pen and I'm writing with my hands. So it's not that far away from a real exam experience. Okay. And then the classified is another type of assignment in which I divide the past papers by topic. All right. And so like I said, the assignments are divided into worksheets and classified. And then you will have a past paper folder. Now, the past paper folder, I really suggest that you divide it by year. And so you're going to have past papers in 2022, past papers in 2023, past papers in 2024, past papers in 2025, past papers in 2026, and so on. And so I do exactly the same. This is actually that's exactly how my page looks like. I have this is an example of my 2022 past papers with all the past papers inside this folder. All right. And so I open it and I solve it, like I record it and all. And so you can open it, solve it digitally with your digital pen, and then upload it to the website. You do not have to scan anything, and it's such a, it saves a lot of time. All right, so that is with past papers. So that's another folder. And with that, we're actually finished with the digital setup. So as I said, you're gonna purchase one of the apps on your iPad or what have you, or tablet, and then organize your folders. And I have suggested how to organize your folders, or print. Although I really suggest digital work plus a little bit of printing, just to get that experience of how the papers feel. Okay, so we're done with number one. That's your first step. The second step is watching pre-recorded videos. That's gonna be the second step. And what you do is before each class. Now, you guys are, there is a schedule. All right, I teach twice a week. So before each class, you must watch a short video. Okay, you must watch my pre-recorded video. This is a video that I have recorded without students, just me and the iPad. I just recorded it without students, and please watch it before joining my class. And the reason, it makes a huge difference. Guys, go to YouTube, watch my interviews with some of the most successful students on earth. They got the best scores that you can ever imagine. And they all said something about, watching those videos before class. And so they come prepared. They kind of have an idea of what I'm going to talk about. To them, it's kind of a repetition, and it gives them an opportunity to ask targeted questions, smart questions. Like, to them, it's not brand new information that makes them like, oh my God, that is so new. That is so, I need to absorb this. I need to watch this again. No, you come prepared, okay? So the way to do this is you go to the website, you go to the account, to your account on clickcourses.org. You click on, I'm going to actually show you, I have some screenshots. So you click on Classroom, you expand the upcoming session. So say, for example, your next session is next Thursday. You expand that Thursday, and you click on the pre-recorded video and you watch attentively. Guys, pay attention, okay? You don't watch like you're watching a movie, all right? So just to let you know, these videos are magic. Okay, this is what other students have talked about, and I did tell you I have some YouTube testimonials from successful students, and they talked about how that this was like the secret of their success is they come to the class prepared. And so, for example, this student Mohammed here said, but I'm not kidding, I always say Dr. Nirvana guarantees the A star even if you have an IQ of 5. Okay, so basically it doesn't matter how your chemistry like information is, how your how much you like science, it doesn't matter. You just I have a system, and so you just follow a system. So he says you're basically a hack. He said that I'm a hack. And the reason I'm a hack is I provide you with these resources, and if you exactly do my 5 steps, guys, the A star is gonna be, or the grade 9 is gonna be super easy. Okay, and he says just focus for 2 hours in the session, do the homework, and repeat. So basically my steps. Okay, and then he said if you do this for the whole year, you're guaranteed 190 or more out of 200. And he actually indeed got more than 190 out of 200 easily. And this guy is amazing, and he joined my team, and oh my god. The other student here says you are legit the best, and I mean it, the best chemistry teacher that has, sorry for the typos here, that has ever taught me. I feel more confident about chemistry than ever, all thanks to you. Don't forget to relax a bit since you had a lot of effort into teaching us, providing us. So this message was right after the exams were over, and what she says that she had the best experience ever, and the reason is I have a system that really works, and I've developed this system over the years. So I kept improving and improving and improving the system until we have reached these 5 steps. And I guarantee these 5 steps, if you just follow them diligently, I was going to say digitally, diligently, you're going to do really, really good. Okay. The third student here, Aya joined me just 2 months before the exams. Now, I do not accept students that late anymore. She was just lucky. But she joined really late, and she didn't have any time. She couldn't join my live sessions because she was just so late. She did not know much about chemistry, and the only thing she did is watch the video. That's it. Watch the pre-recorded videos that I'm talking about, that I'm going to show you exactly where to find on the website. That's all she could do because her time was very, very tight. I mean, she had chemistry and other subjects. And so that's the only thing she did. And she got a 9. She got an A star 9. And she says here, I'm also glad I joined your class and watched your recordings because they were so helpful. I feel like I did way better than I did for the last 2 years. For the last 2 years in chemistry, and your future students are going to be so lucky to have you. You really are everyone's dream teacher. Oh my god, that is so cute of her. But what I want to say here, if you have a very limited time, these videos, I'm literally like, this is for real. These videos are really magic. So take them seriously. Watch them before the class. If you couldn't watch them before the class, that's okay. I mean, that's not really okay, but just watch them. At one point, watch them. Really, really the best time to watch these videos are just before class, like a day or 2 before the lesson. Okay, because it's gonna make you so prepared before it doesn't have to be a day or 2 before the session. Just any time before the session, you watch these videos, you really are setting yourself up for success. Okay, so how to find these videos? When you go to your courses, my courses right here on the top, or my courses here on the left, you're gonna find one course. Now I have 6-7 courses because I teach several courses, but you will find one. Okay, and then you're gonna click on Classroom. Okay, once you click on Classroom, it takes you automatically to the overview section. Once you go to the overview section, you're going to have all the sessions listed in order. You're going to go to the session that's upcoming. So say, for example, August 20th is the one that's upcoming. That's the first one. You're going to expand it from this little triangle here on the right side. You're going to expand it. And then once you expand it, you're going to find like files, assignments, quizzes that are listed. So go to, like, when you see the files are also divided into several sections, but you're going to focus on the pre-recorded video section. Okay, this one in the pink here. And then you're going to just play it. Just play these 4 videos here, and they're not that long, okay? So once you play it, it's gonna come up here. Look at this, it's 26 minutes. That's not too long, right? I mean, yeah, think about it. Some of the entertaining YouTube videos are about 26 minutes. So watch my entertaining chemistry 26-minute pre-recorded video. The nice thing about these pre-recorded videos is, say, for example, you stopped at 5 minutes and you feel like something is really important here and you want to repeat it later, or you want to like bookmark it or something, you can copy the URL of the timestamp. All right, so say for example you want to like save minute 5, like 5 minutes and 36 seconds, you can do that by copying the URL. So it's a nice feature on the website. All right, so that was the second step, which was the pre-recorded videos. The third step is actually going to my live sessions, attending my Zoom live sessions, and just really paying attention to my live sessions and participating. Try to join 15 to 20 minutes early. Definitely join 15 minutes early, just to make sure your Zoom is working, the link is working, like there's no problems, you can clearly see the screen, because I start sharp on time. I'm not gonna wait for students to join. I'm gonna start, even if there was only one student, I'm gonna start. Okay, so definitely join on time, because I'm not gonna wait for you and I'm not gonna repeat. So it is your job to join on time. So that's why I'm saying, just, log in, join the Zoom like 20 minutes early, and then go get yourself some water and, do something in those 20 minutes until I get started. All right. If you are having any trouble joining, please contact our administrative assistant right away, Ms. Dina. Okay. Contact her right away, because she could be pretty busy at this time. So say, for example, you joined 20 or you tried to join 20 minutes early and you were having trouble, then you have a whole 20 minutes to figure things out. Right? But if you were joining last second, then it could take 10-15 minutes to figure things out, and then you're gonna miss all this time. Now, if you miss part of the session for any reason, everything is recorded. You can go back to the recording, okay? So that is not the end of the world, but I still prefer that you join early so that you can start with me on time. Please remove all distractions. Guys, no phones. Really, seriously, no phones whatsoever during my chemistry session, okay? During the session, please participate. Answer my questions. I do ask questions and I expect you guys to answer, and I look at the answers. And also ask questions. I mean, some of the smartest, best questions that we get are just amazing, and they just show how much this student is prepared, is smart, is doing the work, is paying attention. So ask questions. All right. And again, if you had to miss the session or part of the session, or if you zoned out, go back and watch the recording. All right. Okay. So how do you go to this, or how do you find your Zoom link? All the Zoom links are on the website. They are ready right now. Like, we prepare all the Zoom links. I'll tell you what, when so we created all the Zoom links, you will not believe it, in June. When the course will start in August, we prepared all the Zoom links in June. So they are already available on the course. We're not going to create new ones. They're already there. You go to the left side, you go and click on online sessions. And then when you click on online sessions, I want you to click on upcoming. When you click on upcoming, it tells you like what's the next class. And then it tells you here, oh, okay, August 20th, there's this class. Now, this is my time zone. It's not your time zone. It says here 9 a.m. That's where I live, because I live in the west side of America, and so that's why there's this huge time difference. And then what you do is you click on join session. Once you click on it, now if you click on it at a wrong time, it's just gonna say the class haven't started. But if you click on it within 30 minutes of the session, it's gonna open for you. Okay. Once you click, you're gonna just join Zoom. Make sure that you can hear and see the screen. I have something playing for 30 minutes before the class, so just make sure that you can see clearly, hear clearly, and everything. All the digital, challenges are all fine. Okay. And so that's how you join the online sessions. Now, there's another thing. There's other online sessions. So we have something called office hours. These are uh, extra live sessions. They are optional, but I mean, even though they're optional, highly suggested for students who are struggling with chemistry, are not doing well, their grades are not very good at school, they really want to improve, they just need repetition. Some students just need a lot of repetition, and some students need to be asked a lot in a live session. And so in these office hours, we do usually three things. Number one is we do topic discussion. So my team runs those office hours. Sometimes I do office hours myself, but it's usually me and my team. What we do is we ask you questions, and so you open your mic and you answer us. And some students just really do well when there's a teacher who keeps asking them questions. And then there's also like revision. So sometimes we go back to older topics and we discuss them and we revise them. And then the third thing you can do is you can ask anything. So if you have something really important you want to ask, definitely use the office hours as an opportunity to ask whatever questions you have. So definitely take advantage of those office hours. Now, the way to go to office hours, just the same way as you join my scheduled sessions. You go to online sessions here on the left, you either all or upcoming, you can go to the upcoming. And as you can see here, like every day we have sometimes we have several office hours a day, or sometimes we just have every day, like several office hours are offered in a week. I think last year we offered like 8 office hours in a week. And so that's what I try to do. I try to offer a lot of office hours a week, so that each office hour, each session, there's only few students. Sometimes we only have 1 student or 2 students or 3 students. Like sometimes, and I even had times where I had no students at all join. And so just please take advantage of these, because these are really like small groups, and you can get all the attention you want. You can ask all the questions you have. You can have a lot of repetition and a lot of revision. Okay, so please take advantage of these. And again, their place is just the same place as all the other online sessions. All right, so with that, we have finished. Step number 3 is joining live sessions. Step number 4, big important star here, very important. I think this step number 4, I mean, that's one of the most important things. Now, all 5 steps are important, but step number 4, super important, is completing your homework. All right, so your homework is actually several things. There are assignments, and this helps you practice a lot. And these assignments are basically either worksheets and classified. Classified is basically past papers that are focused on the session that I just taught you. Okay, it's focused on a certain topic, and I've divided the whole chemistry, the whole syllabus into really little topics, very small topics. So this really helps you practice one topic one by one. Okay, you also have something called pop quiz. Now, I know you're wondering, why did I call it pop quiz? The reason is, in the past, it used to be a pop quiz. Like, I would just be teaching, and then I would say, okay, everyone, we're going to stop here. We're going to do a pop quiz. And so over the years, I felt like, okay, let's just have a pop quiz every single session. And so you guys will sometimes see a pop quiz on the website. Please complete it. There's also a quiz after each chapter, and it's usually worth 10 marks, sometimes more, but usually 10 marks. So please complete the quiz after each chapter. And then after each chapter, we have a cumulative quiz, a quiz that covers everything you've studied with me, just to make sure that you remember everything. There's also mock exams. So mock exams is something to help you practice a big exam, just like the one you're going to have at the end of the year. And it's a little bigger. It's like 50 to 100 marks. And we give you a grade. This way your parent knows what your grade, like what your expected grade is. Okay. And then lastly, we have live mock exams. And so these are going to be live on Zoom, specific time, specific day. Also, big exam, many marks, 50, 100 marks, and we give you a grade, okay? So really, if you complete your work, right, you're gonna get a lot of practice during the year. And so how do you go to these assignments? So go to the left, there's assignments here, just click on it and it's gonna list all the assignments here in order of the session. And so for example, the next session here is, for example, August 20th. Then if you click on this button to expand it, you're gonna see the assignments related to this topic. Okay, and then if you click on this, you're going to expand 1.3. If you click on this button, you're going to expand 2.1 and so on and so on. All right, so let's say for example you expanded the first one. Okay, you're going to see several assignments here, and to submit one of them, you're going to click on this and hit submit, and you're going to go, when you click on it, you're going to go to this page, and this page just gives you a little bit of details here. And so you click on this button to download the PDF. Download it on your device and then upload it to, for example, your GoodNotes or your Apple Notes or your Notability app, whatever. Okay, you upload it there, you complete your assignments, and then you scroll up, scroll a little bit here down to go to this area. And when you scroll, you're going to go to this area, you're going to upload. So you're going to click this and you're going to upload your responses, your PDF response, okay? If you're solving on paper, you're going to scan each paper, compile it all in one PDF. Do not submit me one page, all right? You compile all the pages in one PDF and you upload your answer here and then submit answer, okay? Easy? All right. Okay, now let's talk about quizzes. Same thing, you go to quizzes. It is the same thing, guys, and then you expand each lesson, all right? So I just tested one quiz, so I actually personally took a quiz to see how it works. And so when you click on this button, it's gonna expand. And look at this, it expanded and it showed me the quiz that I actually took, the quiz that I tested. And here I also expanded this other lesson and it shows me another quiz that I need to take. So you can just click start and take the quiz. Or if you already took a quiz, you can see the results right here. You can see my grades. So for example, I got 100%. I got 5 out of 5, okay? So let me show you how this one looks like. If you click on result here, you're gonna see how much you got, like for example, 100%, 5 out of 5, or what have you. And it shows you the correct answer and your answer, okay? And it shows you how many marks you got, okay? And if it's incorrect, it's gonna be in red. All right, and if you got like less than 50%, it's gonna tell you you did not pass, right? Which we do not want. Okay, so that's kind of how it looks like if you already took the quiz. If you haven't took the quiz and you clicked start, it may require you to put a passcode. Now, this was a request that parents asked. Some parents want to be involved, and some parents do not want to be involved. Guys, there's no right or wrong. Guys, you do not need your parent to decide for you. This is your decision. You guys be responsible. Whether or not your parent is involved, you are going to be ethical, right? You guys know what the word ethical means. You're gonna do the work diligently, ethically. You're not gonna cheat, okay? Let's just make this very clear. So the quiz is with the parents, and it's also in the parents' account. We send your parents all the quiz codes. If your parent does not want to be involved, they can just give you all those codes and you can type it here to enter the quiz. If your parent wants to be involved and wants to watch you, that is fine, and that's actually a good thing, because we want the exam environment and the quiz environment to be a real environment. That is, someone is watching. So if your parent wants to watch you, great. They have the code, and they can give you the code at the time they are watching you to take the quiz. All right? And so you're going to put the quiz, submit, and then you're going to start your quiz. Now, how can your parent be involved? You can add, so you can go to access here on the left, and then on the top here, you can add parent. And then when you add parent, it's going to show a little window here that asks for the name, number, email, and the relationship. You're going to send an invitation. They're going to get an email to confirm their email, to confirm their account. And then they're going to have access to your account. Once they have a parent account, it's going to look something like this. Here's the student, here's the parent, and then they're going to go to quizzes. They're going to find all the passcodes listed here. So they can either take the quizzes from us, we have a PDF to provide, or they can actually have like digital access to all the codes, okay? And always, if you're having trouble finding those quiz codes, you can ask your success advisor, your team member, okay? All right, one other important thing is please do not miss any due dates. All the due dates are on the website, and all the due dates are like within 2 to 3 days of the class, because I want to make sure you finish all the work within 3 days before we start another class. Okay, so make sure, I mean, if the due date says October 4th, then please make sure you finish the work before October 4th. Okay, just to let you know, this is not a real student. This is just Ms. Dina, right? I'm testing to see how, like, we're just doing testing here. So this is not real. We would not leave all these things not submitted. We are going to bug you and chase you and make sure you're aware that there are unsubmitted stuff. Okay, just to let you know, you can also preview your answers here and check your grades. Okay, all right. Now, once you download, remember when I said you're gonna download the PDF of the assignment or the quiz if it's written, if it's not multiple choice, you're gonna download the PDF and then go upload it to GoodNotes. So this is, for example, something that's uploaded to GoodNotes. You're gonna write with your hand. Again, I mean, you see how bad my handwriting is, so really need to improve it. You can draw, you can do graphs, you can do everything, right? You can draw, you can label, you can draw a graph, you can, like, everything, right? It's just like a real exam. So just make sure you upload all your assignments, worksheets, written quizzes, written mock exams to your application. Write with the iPad pen. Please do not type. Please do not type, because on the exam, you're not going to type unless you're watching this at a time where the exams are actually going to be typed up. Okay, so when that day happens, then yes, you can type. But now that exams are still handwritten, then you need to handwrite your responses on the iPad. All right? So this is kind of how the mock exams looks like, the cover sheet of the mock exam. What I want to grab your attention is our mark threshold. Okay, my mark threshold is a little bit higher than the real exam threshold. It's really much higher, and so if you get an A star or a 9 with me, like, you are going to get an A star or 9 in a real exam, as long as you have not cheated on my mock exams. Seriously, if you get good grades in the mock exams and you did not cheat, you did not copy, you did not have any resources open, you only have the periodic table and your calculator, guarantee you're gonna get a better grade in the final exam, for sure. Okay, because my mock exams are just slightly harder than the real exams. I hand select the questions. I go and pick hard questions. Okay, and they're pretty long exams. So just make sure that you really stick to my plan and you do all my mock exams, and you're doing it diligently, you're doing it ethically, you're honest. Okay, I don't want your parent to be tricked. Okay, so I do not need to emphasize this enough. All right, so once you submit anything on the website, usually most things, once you submit an assignment or a quiz or a mock exam, you will usually have a video that pops up for you. And this video is the solution video. And so please watch it. Sometimes they're short. Sometimes if it's a mock exam, like if it's 100 marks, it's going to be a little bit long. So definitely watch them attentively before you even get our grades, before we even grade your work and give you some feedback. Please watch my video solving the exam or the assignment. All right. Okay. So why do we do live exams? Those live exams are basically live and they are on Zoom, and someone is going to be watching you. A team member is going to be on Zoom watching you. Basically, what we are trying to do is mimic a real exam. You're going to join exactly on a very certain day, certain time. You're going to open the camera. You're going to feel like you're being watched, and right. So someone is there, you have to complete it on time, submit it on time, right? It has exactly, for example, 1 hour or exactly 2 hours. Why are we doing this? Because this feels like torture, right? So why are we doing this? We're trying to make you feel the feeling of the exam, feel the stress of the exam, because at the beginning, that first mock exam, that's gonna be your stress level. You're gonna be sweating. Okay, your face is gonna be red on Zoom. But over time, when you do several mock exams, you're gonna start getting the hang of it, and your stress level is gonna go down. And that's the goal. I want you, by the time you take a real exam in your school or in the center, I really want you to be relaxed, and I want you to be confident, and I don't want that sweating and freaking out feeling, right? So we want you to feel the feeling of the exam early on. We start the mock exams pretty early in the year because we really want you to practice, and we want your emotions to be regulated and controlled. Okay? All right. So that was with completing the homework, guys. Super, super important. I talked about the assignments, quizzes, mock exams, how to find them on the website, how to take the PDF, put it in your good notes, and then upload it on the website. Wait for us to grade. Please give us a couple of days to grade them, and then see the feedback. All right. So that is with the homework. Next step is track performance. Make sure you are doing well. So how do you do that? There is a section on the website here on the left. You see this where it says grades. Okay, so you're gonna go to grades, and it lists everything that you do in chemistry. So it tells you how many sessions you attended live, how many live, this specific course is 72 sessions. So it tells you how many of them you attended. Now this is just me, so I did not attend anything yet. It also tells you how many assignments you submitted. Okay, it also tells you how many quizzes you submitted. And so what is resources? Resources are my pre-recorded videos. It tells you how many videos you watched. So the resources you have used from the website. Now, do not be alarmed. This 1,000 files, a lot of them are PDFs. So do not be worried that these are not all videos, okay? But the resources are still significant. I mean, I provide a lot of resources to make sure my students are taken care of, okay? And then just below this summary, you're gonna have 4 pie charts. So a pie chart tells you the quizzes. So it tells you how many. Now this is guys, this is not a real student. This is just me testing the website, okay? So it tells you how many are pending, how many you have failed, and how many you have passed. So your goal is to make sure everything is blue, that you have passed everything, okay? Assignment status, it tells you, so when we grade assignments, we give you a feedback. We give you feedback inside the PDF, and we tell you exactly where your mistakes are. And overall, we tell you if it's excellent, very good, good, fair, or needs improvement. And so you're going to have a pie chart here. And of course, your goal is for the majority to be excellent. And then this pie chart tells you how many resources you have watched or started or used. And so, of course, I want you to watch most of the resources we have. Definitely the pre-recorded videos, for sure. And then this one also tells you the percentage of sessions that you have attended. I mean, try to attend 100% of the sessions. If you do not attend, again, you're going to have to watch the recorded session, okay? Now, if you scroll down just a little bit, it tells you with each class, say, for example, this August 23rd class, okay, which the topic is determining the state of matter given melting and boiling point, okay? It tells you the status of the sessions. So it tells you if you attended or not. That's going to be here. Now, it's empty because the course did not start yet. I'm recording this before August 23rd, okay? So it tells you if you attended or not. And then the assignments, it gives you the grade, excellent, good, very good, whatever. Okay, it tells you the grade right here. And then next is quizzes. It gives you how much you got in the quizzes. Okay. And then the resources. So it tells you if you have started the video or not. So if they are pre-recorded videos, for sure you have to start and finish them. Okay. All right. And actually, your success advisor, this is the person who follows you up, will be going to this page. She has access to this page. Okay. And she is going to check your grades and check this section for you. And she will, she doesn't have access to this specific page, but she has access to the grades of all students. So she will be able to see what you've watched and what you've not watched. And so make sure to make her proud. All right. All right. So like I said, you're going to be going to the website, going to grades, and check how well you are doing. But it's not just you who is checking how well you're doing. We are also checking how well you're doing. Mainly your success advisor. She's going to be there checking your report, your grades regularly, at least twice a week. She's going to be checking your grades twice a week to make sure that you're doing all the work. Okay. So what we do is we create a WhatsApp follow-up group specifically for you. The title of the group is going to be your name. Okay. So you're going to see your name on the title of the WhatsApp group. This group will include, the members of this group is you, your parent, or both your parents. I'm going to also be there. Ms. Dina is going to be there. The success advisor, who's really important in following up your homework submission and your performance. And you will also have your own chemistry assistant. So this chemistry assistant is there so that you can ask any chemistry questions. Okay, so these are two different people, one who's not chemistry and one who is chemistry. This chemistry person will answer any chemistry questions you have. And your success advisor will just make sure that you do all your homework. And she can also answer questions about the website and like where you can find stuff and questions like that. Okay, so you have a big team of supporters. This is your support team. Make sure you listen to them. Make sure you appreciate them. Make sure you do not complain about them. Guys, I mean, we're doing this for you. Come on. Okay, so do not complain about how much they bug you, right? So, I mean, we're doing this for you. We're doing it for your sake. We want you to be successful. And so just be patient, right? And they are patient with you too. So we're doing this for you. So take advantage of our support. All right. So with that, you are ready. You can now go to the website, create your account, enroll in your course, and start the work. And remember the rule. This is one slide that I emphasize a lot during the year, and I want you to remember it until the end of the year. If you do exactly what I tell you, you will get a grade 9 in chemistry easily. So what is it exactly what I tell you? Here's exactly what I tell you. And if you follow it, you get a 9. The 5-step. You do your prep work, you have a digital setup, or you print the work, one of the two. I prefer digital because you save money printing, you save money on ink, you save trips to the bookshop, you save a lot of time. That's the most important thing because you're a busy person, right? You save a lot of time scanning every single page and compiling it into one PDF to upload into the website. So either way, whatever you decide, I support you 100% in your decision. Even if you want to print 5,000 pages, that's fine. You're going to do digital setup, or printing setup. You're going to set up your desk and you're going to or your desktop, whatever. You're going to set up everything and make sure you are ready for the year. Next, you're going to watch the pre-recorded video before each session. Next, you're going to join my session attentively. You're going to ask questions and you're going to answer my questions. So you have to be very, very focused during the 2 hours. And then next, you're going to do all the homework, assignments, quizzes, mock exams, past papers, whatever. Everything that's on the website, you have to solve and submit. And then next, just track your performance. Every now and then, go to your grades section, at least twice a week. Go to the grades section, make sure that you have watched everything, make sure that you have submitted everything. Okay? And so those are the 5 steps that guarantees you, if you follow my 5 steps, you will get a grade 9 easily. You're going to be very successful. And that is years of experience. You guys, you're not the first. I want you to join my high achievers, my previous students who have done the 5 steps and they did really, really, really well. This is an example. Like, I have these examples just to show you that you guys are not the first, right? I've been doing this for years and I have a system that really works and is guaranteed. So one student here just said, "Hi, Miss, just wanted to thank you for all your effort with us and your support." Look at this. They're talking about the support. The support in this course is amazing, which have been really helpful. I don't know how I was going to survive without your support and help. And so I really want you to take advantage of your team, take advantage of the resources that are available on the website, and do the work, do the 5 steps. So this is another student that posted something on the group. So we will have a WhatsApp group, and I think his name was Abdurrahman. He said, "I just wanted to say that the paper was really easy, and thank you so much, Miss, for all your effort. I don't know what we all do without you, not only teaching us chemistry, but making it fun." So I also try to make sure that it is as much fun as possible. At the same time, you're by far the best chemistry teacher I've ever had. I'm speaking for everyone here. It was an amazing experience having you through the course of this year. I will never forget you. Thank you isn't enough to express my gratitude. Thank you so much, Miss. You're truly one of the kind. So that's the response of a student right after the exam, and I want this to be your feeling right after the exam, feeling like, chemistry was a breeze and it was so easy. Another student here said, "I wanted to thank you so much, doctor, for your efforts throughout the whole course. Chemistry was my enemy and now it's my favorite subject." Look at this. "I would have never thought that I would be good in chemistry, but you really made it possible." Now the reason is she followed my 5 steps. "I can proudly say that you're the best teacher I've had in my life. I love you so much, and I'm really sad our classes are coming to end. If you don't mind, I would like to keep in contact." Yes, we are in contact, actually. All right, another student here said, "You are the best teacher I've ever had. You are a role model. Thanks a lot for all the effort you had with us. I'm very thankful for you, Miss. You've been helping us throughout the year. You made me love chemistry so much and gave me confidence during the course. I promise you to get an A-star and celebrate together online." We do have a celebration online when the results are out. "I love you so much, Miss." Oh my God, I love him too. Another student here said, "The exam was too easy. As expected, the exam was just easy, and I finished before half the time." And the reason this student finished before half the time is the practice and the support we had. Just, guys, follow my 5 steps. Cannot emphasize this enough. Another student said that the fact that the organic chemistry was very easy just made me happy. There was also a couple of tricky reactivity questions, but overall the exam was decent, a bit challenging, but thank God I studied well. An extra thing I wanted to add is that I wanted to thank you for all your efforts that you've put for us, and I couldn't have made it without you. In this exam, I'm truly grateful." So that's another student's comment. Another student here said, "I want to thank you so much, doctor, for the efforts throughout the year. The lessons were really fun, and your way of teaching is my favorite. I never thought I would be able to solve or love chemistry one day, but you actually made it come true. I don't even believe it. Chemistry used to be so hard and boring, but not anymore thanks to you, doctor." So guys, you see how that these students said that chemistry was their enemy. Chemistry used to be hard, used to be boring. And so that's why I emphasize, guys, exactly do what I tell you to do, and you will be guaranteed to get an amazing grade. So another student said here, this is not really a question, but I remembered you asked about how effective the 3-hour recorded revision is. And I'd like to tell you that this revision saved my life. I think this stands for real. This saved my life. It's very quick and direct way of remembering the entire syllabus that we took over 2 years. Thank you so much for your efforts. And so this student basically was commenting on one of my pre-recorded videos, and I mean, not all of them are 3 hours. During the year, I showed you one that is 26 minutes. And so they are short and concise, and they are to the point. But then at the end of the year, I give you a very quick video. One video to cover everything, 3 to 4 hours to cover the whole syllabus. And so you really want to look forward to that video, right? Because you're just, grabbing all the ideas in just one video, one sitting, and get the hang of it. Like you know what chemistry is about. So that was a comment about these pre-recorded videos. And guys, that was it. Again, you guys are ready. You should be super, super, super excited. Guys, again, I emphasize, please do the work. Please do my 5 steps. Do it with joy. Guys, enjoy those years of being a student, right? And so go out there and crush it and do amazing. Do your best and make me proud.